Coming up on the CBS Evening News, air tragedy in the Pacific. What caused the crash of Korean Airlines Flight 801? Full details and analysis later.
Good afternoon from CBS News. Dan Rather with NewsBreak. Investigators are probing the cause of the Korean air jet crash that killed more than 200 people on the island of Guam. More bodies were pulled from the wreckage today, while in South Korea, relatives of passengers waited to hear if their family members were among approximately 30 survivors. At a White House press conference, President Clinton offered condolences to victims' families. Tempers boiled over on several UPS picket lines. The strike is in its third day. No movement seen toward new negotiations. Now this.
My Uncle Lewis, he can fix just about anything you bring in the door. The man loves to tinker, but his arthritis gives him some pain. Tried extra strength Tylenol. Hours later, hurts back, took more, got tired of it. Doctor said try a leave.
Leave is strong. Just 2 and I'm good all day. I was taking 4 Advil or 8 Tylenol.
Tries a leave. Pain's gone up to 12 hours.
Dose works.
Aleve. All day strong, all day long.
I'm Dan Rather, CBS News. Tonight on the CBS Evening News, the newest drug epidemic and its young victims.
Good afternoon. From CBS News, this is Newsbreak. President Clinton says business merger mania needs to be looked at and may or may not be good for consumers. Russia's parliament finally approved President Yeltsin's choice for new prime minister. Gunmen in Somalia freed 10 hostage aid workers, 1 an American. Japan announced a $127 billion economic rescue plan, but the U.S. urged more. And Rwanda banned journalists as firing squads executed 22 for genocide. Now this.
It can be harsh, uncomfortable, and it can upset a diaper's delicate pH. It's wetness, and it can be rough on delicate skin. Pampers Baby Dry can help. It turns the blue liquid clear as it lowers the pH and helps keep skin dry and healthy by pulling wetness away. Pediatricians know it's important to control pH, and more of them recommend Pampers. Help protect their skin from wetness with Pampers Baby Dry. Pamper the skin they're in.
Jacqueline Adams, CBS News. On the Evening News with Dan Rather, why healthcare premiums could soon be rocketing.
Good afternoon from CBS News. Dan Rather with Newsbreak. House Republican leaders have reversed themselves. They now say they will allow a floor vote on campaign finance legislation. The National Organization for Women will not be backing the Paula Jones appeal. Marking Earth Day, President Clinton and Al Gore helped spruce up the Appalachian Trail in West Virginia. 19-year-old Amy Grossberg has joined her boyfriend in pleading guilty to manslaughter in the death of their newborn baby. And selection began of a grand jury that could hear evidence in the JonBenet Ramsey murder case. Now this.
On behalf of Father Time, we request your patience this summer. Pendulums will swing more slowly, and the sun will take the long way home. Because this year, Country Time introduces new lemonade iced tea. The taste of good old-fashioned lemonade, mellowed by real brewed iced tea. So, if Father Time starts lagging behind, it's because such a smooth blend turns the chime of ice cubes into an awfully good lullaby.
I'm Dan Rather. Tonight on America's Hard News broadcast, the CBS Evening News, why hot competition could mean lower credit card rates. Good afternoon from CBS News. This is Dan Rather with Newsbreak. James Earl Ray, confessed assassin of Martin Luther King Jr., died today. He was 70. He had liver disease. Ray was a career criminal. A shackled Susan McDougal said she'll again refuse to testify before Kenneth Starr's Whitewater grand jury in Little Rock. Israel's prime minister led Holocaust Memorial Day ceremonies at the former Auschwitz death camp. And here's Bonnie meet the newborn lamb of Dolly, the cloned sheep. Now this.
If you have diabetes, there are a world of reasons to get a dilated eye exam. Because diabetic eye disease doesn't have to take away your sight. If you need any more reasons, just look around you.
I'm Dan Rather. Later on tonight's CBS Evening News, the death of James Earl Ray, and we'll give you a look at the heart laser.
Good afternoon from CBS News. Bob Schieffer with Newsbreak. More than 37 million Americans are traveling for the Thanksgiving holiday despite bad weather in many places. 2/3 are going by air. Police enforcing new laws arrested a dozen anti-war protesters today near the president's ranch in Texas, where he is spending the holiday. Cindy Sheehan was not there. And gunmen in Iraqi army uniforms killed a Sunni leader and 3 sons in their home today. The army denied involvement. Now there.
I have genital herpes, and I always thought I was being careful, really careful.
Not to mention responsible.
But then I found out some new information.
No matter how few outbreaks you get,
You may still spread herpes at any time.
One study found that up to 70% of people who had herpes got it from their partner when they had no signs or symptoms.
fortunately, there are options.
For reducing your risk of passing it on, ask your doctor. You'll be doing the right thing.
Bob Schieffer, CBS News. Tonight on the Evening News, bitterness in the sugar industry after Katrina.
I'm Katie Couric, CBS News with Newsbreak. Barack Obama canceled a campaign trip to North Carolina today after his plane developed a mechanical problem en route from Chicago and had to land in St. Louis. Meanwhile, in Denver, John McCain promised to balance the federal budget by the end of his first term. In Afghanistan, the deadliest attack in Kabul in more than 6 years, a suicide car bombing killed at least 41 people, 150 others were wounded. And the hurricane of the Atlantic season, Bertha, could threaten Bermuda by the end of this week. Now this.
If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar, let me know. If you really need me, just...
The chocolate chips everybody wants! Chips Ahoy! They go fast!
Tonight, why some pediatricians say young children as young as 8 should take cholesterol-lowering drugs. We'll see you then. I'm Katie Couric, CBS News with Newsbreak. Winds are spreading the wildfires in Northern California. Hundreds of people have been evacuated from Butte County. Meantime, some evacuation orders have been lifted at Big Sur. The FDA is posting black box warnings on Cipro and other antibiotics, saying they can cause tendon ruptures. And alarming news about teen violence. In a survey, 20% of 13 and 14-year-olds say they know someone who's been abused by a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Now this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Richard Lavoie. For years, I've helped Central Texans get a brighter, fresher smile. But it's about more than just a pretty face. Failing to care for those nagging dental problems can contribute to serious health issues that can affect the heart, mind, and your greater health. And at Dentures Direct, our in-house lab has over 50 years combined experience in working to ensure a great-looking smile. And don't forget, while we're working on your smile, we'll give you plenty of ours.
Tonight, a CBS News exclusive. Did the company that built the trailers used after Katrina know they were toxic? We'll see you then. Good afternoon from CBS News. This is Newsbreak. Thousands have evacuated the town of Paradise, California, threatened by wildfires for the second time in 2 weeks. Iran test-fired 9 missiles today, some that could reach Israel. Defense Secretary Gates says it proves Iran is a major threat. Turkish officials believe al-Qaeda was behind a gun battle outside the U.S. consulate in Istanbul. 3 Turkish guards and 3 terrorists were killed. And New York's Chrysler building has been purchased by a company based in Abu Dhabi. Now this.
Hey, hon, did you know that if you had a credit card, loan, or credit account anytime from 1987 through May 28, 2008, you could get benefits from a class action settlement?
I think I saw a legal notice about that.
Yeah, look, it includes all types of credit, like auto and mortgage loans, bank and store credit cards, finance company loans, and student loans.
To learn how to ask for benefits or object, visit listclassaction.com or call 1-866-416-3470.
I'm Kelly Wallace. Officials say DNA evidence has cleared all members of the Ramsey family in the 1996 murder of John Benet. More on that.
They call them man's best friend.